Hello everyone, I'm Vinita and welcome to my channel Hopeful Turns. This is the part 5 of the Crochet for Beginner series, and in this video I'll be showing you how to make a single crochet. Now before proceeding into the tutorial, a small request: if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing, and if you like this video, please don't forget to press the like and share button. Now we proceed. Now to make a single crochet, we have to start with a slip knot and then make a chain stitch. This has already been covered in the previous video, but just in case you want to refresh it, I'll put the links in the description box. You can check that. So I'll start making a slip knot first. So to make a slip knot, I prefer the first method that I had shown. So I'll take my yarn and loop it around my fingers like an X. Now I'll gently take the yarn loop out and pull my working yarn through this loop. Now you can make the slip knot the way you prefer. This is what I like to do. So once I have my slip knot ready, I'll take my hook, place it in this loop and then pull it tightly to close the big loop there. Okay, so here my slip knot is ready. I'll just position my hand. This also was done, so you can do any grip that you prefer. I prefer the knife grip. Here it's ready. Then as for the yarn, I'll take the yarn through my pinky and the ring finger, turn my hand like this and then loop it once. Now I'll hold the yarn with my thumb and my middle finger. So here the hands are also ready on the yarn and hook. We can start the chain stitch. Now to make a chain stitch, go left, go under and then pull up the yarn. So this is my first chain stitch. Once more, go left, under and pull up a yarn. So this is my second chain stitch. Like that I'm going to make a total of 11 chain stitches. So 2 has been done. So this is my third chain stitch, fourth chain stitch, fifth chain stitch. Now this has already been done in detail, so if you found making a chain stitch to be a little fast, please stop this video, go back to the previous video and see how it was done. So 5 is done, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So here I've got my 11 stitches. This is just a sample. If you want, you can make a longer chain stitch. So as chain stitches are ready, we can start with the single crochet. Now before going into single crochet, I want you to first see the chain stitch clearly. So if you see it properly, the chain stitch is like kind of a V. So a chain stitch is actually made of 3 strands of yarn. You can see the 2 strands here clearly like a V. So here for a chain stitch, you have this 2 strands in the front, and if you just turn this back, you can see 1 strand going through the back. So this is your bump. So a chain stitch is actually made of 3 strands, 1, 2 and 1 here, 3. So when you work on the foundation chain, we'll be working only on the top strand. So some patterns do specify to work using front and the back strand, or just the back strand. It depends on the pattern, but normally and usually we work only on the top strand. So here also we are going to work only on the top strand. You can easily see the V here, and the one that is above is the top strand. Okay, now as you know, we have done 11 chain stitch. Just give it a count. So this is my first chain stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. And there is 1 loop on the hook. So single crochet, we start working from the second chain from the hook. So this is 11. So this is my first chain. Don't count here. You don't have to count the chain stitch here. So this is my first chain stitch. This is my second chain stitch. That is the 11th stitch. The 11th chain stitch is my first. 10th is my, if you are going from counting from here, this was our 11th and this was our 10th. So work in the second chain from the hook, not on the hook, not on the first chain, but on the second chain stitch. So this is my second chain stitch. and I'm just going to place my hook in the top strand of my second chain stitch. See, this is my first chain stitch. If I place it here and then pull up a loop, it will just become under. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hook and place it in the second chain from the hook in the top strand, just the top strand. Now if you see, I have 2 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over. Yarn over is nothing but going from under the yarn and catching the yarn on the hook, and I'm going to take this yarn through only the first loop on my hook, like this. Alright, now I have 2 loops on my hook. I'll again do a yarn over and pull through both of it. So this completes my first single crochet. I'll do once again. So this is my next chain stitch. I will place my hook in the top strand of the next chain stitch like this, and then I'm going to pull up a loop like this. So I have 2 loops here. Again I'll do a yarn over. Yarn over is going under the loop, going under the yarn, catching the yarn, and then I'm going to pull the yarn through both of this loop. So this completes my second single crochet. We'll do it once again. So I'm going to place my hook in, if you see there is a V here, so only in one strand, just the top strand, I'm going to place my hook. I'll draw up a loop through only, when you are doing it for the first time, you just have to take the working yarn through the first loop like this. Then you have 2 loops on your hook. You again do a yarn over, and now you have to pull the working yarn through both the loops, this one and this one. So this completes our single crochet. We'll do again. You insert your hook and pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, and then pull through both the loops. So this completes the next single crochet. Again, insert your hook like this, then you pull the working yarn through only the first loop like this. You have 2 loops here now. You yarn over again and then pull through both the loops. Like that, I'm going to finish till the end. Again, insert your hook. Now what you have to do, you have to just pull up this working yarn through the first loop like this. Now you have 2 loops. Now you yarn over and pull the working yarn through both the loops. Again, insert your hook, pull up a loop through only the first loop, yarn over, and then pull up through both the loops. So like this, we will come till the end. You insert your hook, you pull your working yarn through only the first loop. You have 2 loops on your hook, you yarn over and then pull through both the loops. If at any time you find that you have made a mistake, you want to correct it, it is very easy. You can completely undo it unless and until you have gone between the yarns. If that is the case, you might get a knot. Otherwise, if you find that you have done a mistake, all you have to do is take your hook off and then gently pull it out. So you can see that it comes undone. So anywhere at any point of time you find that you have done a mistake, just remove your hook and gently pull it. It will come undone. Unless you have gone through the yarn and made a knot, it might not be possible. Otherwise, you can do that. So if you see here, we have done 1 row of single crochet. Now, if you count it, you should be getting 10 single crochet. We had started with 11 chain stitch and we had skipped the first chain stitch. So in total, we have 10 now. We have skipped 1 stitch and worked on 10 chain stitch. So in total, you should have 10 single crochet. We'll just count. You can very clearly see it. Just if you don't look it like this, you go at one angle, a small slight, you tilt it, you can very well see the chain stitches here. You can just make a count of it. So this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so these are my 10 single crochet. Don't count this stitch. This is your turning stitch. So you should have a total, if you are starting with 11 chain stitch, you should have a total of 10 single crochet. Okay, so this is how you do the first row. Now we'll go on to the second row. To make a second row, you start with 1 chain stitch. Chain stitches, go under the yarn and pull up a loop. So this is your first chain stitch. Now you turn your work like this. All right. If you see, this is a chain stitch and this is a single crochet. So now what you have to do is you have to skip the chain stitch. The chain stitch that you have put will work as your turning chain. You don't work a single crochet there. You have to skip that and then work in the first single crochet here. So this is your chain stitch and this is your first single crochet. And from now onwards, in all the rows, you will be working in both the loops. So if you see it, here you have a V. So earlier we had used only one strand while working, but in second row onwards, we are going to place our hook in both the loops, both the V's. Okay, the front loop and the back loop. So you are going to place your hook in both the loops, not just your front loop here. So from second row onwards, please place the hook in both the loops. Okay, so here we are going to skip the chain one here. This is your turning chain and insert the hook in the first single crochet like this. Your hook should have in total, see there is one loop here and then the V stitch. The V stitch again has 2 strands. So this is how the placement of the hook is like this. Now you pull up a loop and take the yarn through only the V strand or the V stitch that was there like this. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through both the loops. So this is our first single crochet. We'll do again. You insert your hook in this gap, and when you put this gap, it automatically means that you will be having that V strand here. All right. So insert your hook in the V. Now pull up a loop and just take it out from that V stitch that was there or the single crochet that was there. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and then pull through both the loops. So that completes our second single crochet. Again, if you see it like this, there is a small gap here. Okay, so this gap you have to put your hook and it automatically means that you will be catching both the loops of the V. So insert your hook like this, then pull up a loop. You have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through both the loops. So like this, you get your single crochet. Come to the next stitch. If you see it, there is a gap here. This gap is where you have to put the gap that is there here is your V stitch. So you push your yarn through that gap, then draw up a loop, yarn over and pull through both the loops here. So this completes our single crochet. I'll just complete this full row of single crochet here. If you find it fast, just stop it and then do it and then come back again. So just make a row of single crochet, insert your hook, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through both the loops. Again, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both of it. Insert your hook. Okay, so here we have reached the very end. So this is our last V stitch or the last single crochet, and here is your turning chain. So you have to insert one last time like this. You have to catch the V that is there. V is nothing but your single crochet there. Pull up a loop. You have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2. Now there is nothing to be done. This was your turning chain. Don't make a single crochet there. In case you are confused whether to make one more single crochet, just give it a count. So this row also should have a total of 10 single crochet. We'll just count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here you have your 10 single crochet. This was our turning chain, ignore that. So here again you have 10 single crochet. So this is how you are going to proceed further. I'll just start again one more row. Every row you are going to start with chain 1 and then turn your work. So your first single crochet will go in this stitch, this very stitch. But before that I'm going to make a chain 1 and I'm going to turn. And when I'm turning, I'll be skipping the chain 1 that I just now made. Alright. So turn your work. You skip the chain stitch that you had made now and place your hook in the first single crochet. You can easily see there is a slight gap here. And when you insert your hook, you will automatically catch that V. So pull up one loop. You have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through both the loops here. So this makes your first single crochet. Again you insert your hook. Whenever you're inserting, you will be catching that V, both the strands. Pull up a loop. You have 2 loops, yarn over and pull through both. Like this you can make the next row of single crochet. So this row again you should have a total of 10 single crochets. So like that you can make a couple of rows. You can practice your work. And once you finish one row, before starting another row, you have to chain 1 and then turn your work. As a beginner, I would highly recommend that after you finish every row, just take a count and make sure that you again have 10 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is your turning chain. So before you proceed to any stitches or any more row, make sure you have 10 single crochet in every row. So again, chain 1, turn your work and then start making single crochet. You skip the first stitch, insert your hook in the first single crochet using both the strands. You'll have like a V, pull up a loop, yarn over and take through both the loops. So like this you can make a couple of rows. You can practice making your single crochet. So this is how your single crochet looks like. Now single crochet is also abbreviated as SC. So when you read the patterns, if you see 10 SC, it means you have to make 10 single crochet. Hope this tutorial was helpful to you. You could understand how to do a single crochet. In the next class, we'll be doing how to do a half double crochet. Hope to see you in the next class. If you found this video to be helpful and useful, please press the like button. And if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. Until next time, bye. Thank you for watching.